blink once for yes, blink two for no, something like that. And this is interesting because I forgot to mention before when I was having a look around, because I have some spare time, shall I say, for a bit. On Dex Screener, if you're looking at the Hex wrapped ETH pair, you can actually see here. Remember Stake It app? And I was saying, oh, if only Stake It app the V1 was around. You can see here, but it's funny because I guess it's in the last 24 hours, and that time frame can move, because if you place a trade, you know, right near the before midnight, 24-hour period kicks over on midnight, say for argument's sake, you could skew it a little bit, you know, slip in 100,000 here, slip in 100,000 there. Now, we see here there's actually net positive buying volume, technically, in a 24-hour period between this LP. And we're seeing more buyers than sellers. But the funny thing is, price is down slightly, so I guess it depends on the time frame which you're looking at. So if you look here, it's like the first time in like 24-hour period that the price has gone down just a little bit. And so I thought I'd have a look why. I thought it's probably nothing. It's probably, like I said, it could be, remember the saying, you know, the raindrop doesn't think that they are the storm. Like maybe there's just little cells here and there, you know, just because that's what it is. But I did notice this one. Now there was a lot of buys, but then there was like this, it kind of stood out to me, this one here. And the reason I found this one particularly interesting was because I happened to look on hex.vision here, and it was the most recent one. So a stake had basically, so this is what you can do on chain if you're new to Hex. Ethereum Hex, maybe hearing about it for the first time, I don't know, maybe you haven't heard about Pulse Chain yet. But if you have a look on chain, you can literally see through hex.vision a stake ended about, now is that relative, whatever time zone you're in, because yeah, that time, what I'm saying is that time is different to the time I'm seeing, but it is the most recent one. And it does appear as if the entire amount of Hex that was, where is it here? So you take the address, most recent stake that ended, put that into this one here, etherscan.io, and you can see it matches up with, you can't actually move tables, that sucks, with this stake here, and then you can see the trades. But then I thought, well, instead of just looking at that, because that's pretty straightforward to do, especially on Etherscan if you've got access to all this and know where to look, I thought let's have a look at the little bit of the history, some of the history, not when they entered, etc., etc. This website for Ethereum Hex, I believe. I'm not sure if there's a toggle switch for Pulse Chain. Excuse me, hay fever. So, alright, I thought I was going to sneeze and thought I didn't want to blow out everyone's eardrums. Now, we can see here, I don't know, maybe that's just sitting there in limbo, I'm not sure. But 11 cents to $18.32. Now, the more recent one, you can't see because it's ended, but you can see maybe it's of similar amount. Let's have a look. Thereabouts, say $1 million or so. Again, you can't see if this is like a new account that was created. Maybe they decided this was an account that they were going to purely take profits on. That you can't tell, thank God, because imagine if it was your account, imagine if it was my account, I'd be like, stop doxing me, you bastard. Because, you know, that's why you want anonymity on the internet. But again, not to like pick on or anything, just pointing out, you know, we see amounts of mostly $1 million, mostly, except for this one, I'm not sure why. 100, you know. And it does appear more recently that the most recent stake came out. It was worth a similar amount, you know. It's like, oh, that's a shit. Now's a shit time to sell Hex ETH. It's like, hang on, look at the price. You probably can't see. I think it's just above my head up here somewhere. $260 over 4 years. Turned into what, 30,000. Well, in that case, if they do, I'm assuming they're not crazy enough to emergency end state. Well, that'd be 5 years for that one, but oh, no, actually, yeah, it's still 4 years. You're making 7,500 per year on $260. People are saying that, I'm not sure what people are saying now, but that is the sort of gains that could be possible. And when you think about it, a account like this, if you break it down to 3 options, restake it all, scrape the interest, or just sell it all, this account maybe, just maybe, has decided with that one particular ending amount of HEX, they decided to mint it, they decided to sell it. Congratulations. Holy shit, wish I just found about 45,000 Australian dollars. That's how much that would be. That's really impressive. Now again, you could say, well, they're missing out on all their T shares. They've probably got this on Pulse Chain as well, which I'm not even looking at. And maybe, I don't know, maybe they continue on their T shares over there, or maybe they've got like 70,000 now. Who knows? It's impressive to see on chain. So I thought I would, again, if people don't like this sort of these videos, and let me know. But I mean, it's harmless, I think. I'm just sort of pointing out, you know, the fact that mad gains, flawless operation. You could look at when the stake began. I think it was like 2020, because I did go into here and and then like I've been copy pasting into Google, and it's just like pulling out the exact address. So kind of trippy. You can see the history there, the ones I've been copy pasting. Where is it? Oh, here. Yeah. So I've opened them all up, prepared this, and I'm like, it's just interesting to see this, like what people do on Ethereum. Like I've never heard of this other one, like whatever that is, but it's there. And then there's Uniswap, looks familiar. This other one, ooh, I've no idea what that is. But you can see, I'll go in. It said something about, you know, a whatever this is, transaction action, some approval. You then see a swap take place, an amount. You can go in and see how much it's for. So there must be some other stuff going on. I don't know. Ah, it looks like they did not. This account did not forget to mint their Hedron, which is a good idea. If it's it's like $1,000. That's pretty decent, you know. That could be your gas fee, you know. If the gas fee did cost that much, I don't know how much it costs, but you can see here. Oh, actually, you can go to the stake. And why haven't I got that one? Did I not? Wouldn't that have been the first one? Here, 30k. It's very nice. $100 gas fees. That's not the worst for that length of stake. But versus Pulse Chain, you know, you could save yourself money there, some money there, and also you'd have to mint the other stuff. Hedron. Okay, yeah, that's what that was. So mintage. Okay, yeah, no, that's not all of it. It's about that. It's still cover the gas. Gas to do that also. It's not too bad. Now we see that, then we saw that, then we saw that, then we saw that, then we saw this here, and that is this stream almost over. So the other thing that I thought I would pray and have a look around was at this here Pulse Chain itself. Doesn't appear as if there's any HEX listed. There's some Hedron, but yeah, I haven't gone in and connected to. Trying to think of what site I would use for this one. Possibly the one made by Maddie. But yeah, like I said, I don't use a lot of these other ones yet, so just yeah. Backup X maybe as well. There's a couple. Anyway, I just thought that was really fascinating. Maybe the tactic for this particular wallet is just to purely dump. Not in a bad way. Not in a nefarious way. Maybe they just serve the time. They're just selling. If it was me, if it was me personally, but it's not a bad idea because it's like a gamble, you know. If you view it as you just sell the entire amount when your stakes end, if I had done that, I could have done all right. I would have been down some T shares, but I would have cashed in, could have cashed out at some higher rates. But yeah, you can't change the past. But who knows? Like, what if this one in 7th November? See, it seems to be like 1, 2, 3 come across. What if the prices increases like threefold by then, or it's the same? You know, it's not a bad tactic just to sell. But personally, I still think. But again, what do I know? Don't listen to me. I still think you could have taken little slices out, but I would have probably, if I was gonna take slices out, I'd probably move it over to Pulse Chain because it's cheaper fees. Because you don't want to be like, what, 29, maybe 29 divided by 1,000 or something. Maybe if it was Pulse Chain, you'd do it even less. It just depends, you know, on your standard of living. If you've gone out and bought a mansion, you need to make some payments or pay off your Lambo or something. I don't know. Maybe you need that. Maybe you need it for your business. I don't know. Maybe you've just got an extra 30k you're gonna donate to charity. Who knows? You know. Maybe you're gonna go to Vegas and put it all on black. I don't know. But yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting. And this is why I love this system so much. If you want to, you can go in and just have a look around at what's going on. And then yeah, it was just pure luck that I saw this one, and I thought it's interesting because I thought that's a shit ton of like interest if that was one play. But like I said, based on like 2 seconds of analysis and I formed judgment fairly quickly, it does appear as if maybe this wallet is just purely as it, you know, the amount of HEX is minted. Maybe they're just selling the entire amount based on what I'm seeing. Probably ruling out this amount because this amount looks almost like a test amount because I'm pretty sure that one would be bleeding out by now. Now when did it begin the stake? I did see it. I think it was for 1,337 days, if my mind is correct. Now where did I see that? Oh, here, yeah. So you could go here, start stake, HEX staked, the shares, HEX penalty, payout. I'm reading backwards here. Where is stake? Is false. Previously not false. There we go. Sorry, 1,331 days served. So they pretty did. Here we go. Start March 3rd, 2020, without going into the other on-chain data. We have some data here. So 3rd of March for about 3.5 years, $260 into 30,000. That's a win. I'm sorry, that's a pretty decent win. It's not like the not like 30 million or a million. It's still a win though. And if you're all of a sudden getting 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, and then a bit of a gap, that could be enough to, you know, investment property, I don't know, bottle caps. I don't know, maybe you wanna, yeah. You've got that amount of free capital. That's very impressive because that will take some people, maybe they've never earned that much in their life, who knows. Maybe it takes them a few years to get that amount, or, you know, depending how much they get paid annually. It's very impressive. I must say, that is very impressive. All right, that's it. Free speech signing out.